Hey guys, it's Monica at Academic Phoenix Plus, and welcome to another tutorial. This time we're going to go over how to put a logo on a glass. If you guys want to download this, you can always go to academicphoenixplus.com and download this for free so you can follow along. We used this scene previously for a tutorial on glass. This time we're going to put a logo on it. So I'm going to hide these, the ones that I don't need. Control H. I'm going to go over here to my cup. Now, if I right click, you're going to notice that it says Isoprom Control Vertices. This is actually a NURBS surface, and what I want to do is convert this into a polygon. Now, if I'm going a little fast, it's because we've done this before in previous tutorials, and I just want to make sure that, you can always just go back to those. So just look up how to create quickly a plate and a cup using NURBS, and it will show you how to make this, and then we're just going to go to Modify, Convert, NURBS to polygons options, and then we'll make sure that control points is selected and tessellate. It creates a new piece of geometry. Let's go to mesh smooth, and now it looks like this NURBS surface. Let's do it, Control H, and now we have a cup. Cool. All right, so the next thing we want to do is UV map this. This is going to be just a shader of glass. So if I assign a new material, go to Arnold, go to AI standard surface, and I render, you're just going to get a white glass. Let's go to presets. Let's go to glass, replace, and then we have an actual glass shader. Thank you very much, Maya, for the presets. And Arnold, thank you. So we're going to scroll down in our AI standard surface here. Let's go to transmission, and it's a little and specular. I like to rough it up just a little bit so we can see the glass a little bit more. And I also like to increase the IOR so that the refractions are a little bit more interesting. It's up to you how you want to change the IOR, which is called index of refraction. So you're more than welcome to do whatever you like, but I'm just going to mess it around a little bit and just kind of go crank it up so it looks something like this. Maybe even increase the roughness a little more. Right now, you'll notice that transmission, when it's 100%, the base color disappears. But we actually want to use a base color and assign it here. So what I want to do is just drop the transmission just a little bit, and then the base will appear, which is great. We need to UV map this. All right, let's take a look at our UVs. Let's go to UV editor. You'll notice that it's kind of crazy looking right now. And if I click on the checker, and I'm going to turn this on so I can see my cup. Turn off Arnold for a second. Let's go to UV's cylindrical mapping, and let's close it. Okay, that's looking a lot better. But I want the logo to only impact the front of the glass. I definitely don't need it to be overlapping. So let's go to edges. I'm going to double click on here. This is a little tight, so let's go to our UV editing window up here. Perfect. Have my edges selected. Let's go down here to cut. Move things aside. Double click on this one, and we might as well just flip it. So flip. Now this isn't really going to impact anything. We're not adding any texture to it. So I'm just going to drag it over here. And I want to maximize my logo. So my logo is going to be around this area here. Right? So I got to remember that my logo is going to be this small, and I would like to maximize the space as much as possible. So I'm going to split it a little bit more. So I'm going to go to edge over here, double click here, and then cut. So now I can take this, scale it down. And if I'm really careful, I can go this way. Cut, face, and move it over here. So again, I'm not planning to put any textures on anything else. It's just going to be here. So the reason why I'm doing this is so I can maximize the space, and I know that the quality of the shade, the glass is a procedural shader, so that means it's not going to break down when I zoom in, but the logo will. So I just want to make sure that I have a good place. This is about half the cup, that I have enough space for my logo to fit in there. It's an image, so it can break down. So the bigger the texture is, the better we're off. All right, cool. So this looks good. I'm going to delete the history, center the pivot, freeze the transformations. Let's go to image, UV snapshot. I'm going to call this UV snap, glass UV snap. I'm using a 2048 map. Might be a little high, but you know, we're gonna get close, so we might as well do that. Let's go into Photoshop. Okay, so this is my logo, and I'm gonna open up my glass UV snap. There it is, looks good. I always go into channels right away and delete this. Go back into your layers. I'm gonna double click on my background. Control A, Control C, go back here, Control V. Maybe scale this up a little bit so it fits. Just gonna bring this down. Cool. Go to text. All right, Academic Phoenix Plus. Here we go. Let's squeeze this over here. Now we have to remember that this is half the glass, so this is going to be pretty big. So I might want to scale it down. So let's scale it down just a little bit. Just want to make sure people can see it at the front of the glass. We can always move this if we need to, but let's go ahead and see what that looks like. All right, cool. Let's create a background. So maybe white. File, save as. This is going to be my, I'm just going to use a PSD right now, and I'm going to choose my, I kind of already created this in the past just to make sure it works for you guys. So I'm going to call this my glass_CLR. Okay. So glass color. So I'm going to save over it so we can follow along. Say yes. And let's see what that looks like. Let's go back into our glass. Let's go back to Maya Classic. Let's close all this crazy stuff and let's take a look. Let's go to our AI standard. Let's go to color. Let's plug this in. File, folder, glass color. And if we render it out now, we're not going to see very much because our weight is down to 0. So let's crank this up to 1. We need to press play. And we still don't see, you can just barely see my outline. Now, if I go back into transmission and turn this off, you're going to notice that it suddenly pops up, right? So now we can see the glass. So the logo looks good, but we somehow need to make this transparent. But every single time we increase transmission, you're going to notice that the logo disappears. So we need to work with this. The idea is that when transmission color is white, it is transparent, right? But as we start to darken it, it starts to become solid. So we can use this to kind of help us bring back our logo. Black to white. So let's see what happens if we plug in our map. So let's click on this. Let's go to File. Let's go to the little folder. And we click on the glass PSD. And we're getting a really cool effect right away. So we can see that the logo, it's working. Good news is that it's working. We can see the logo through the glass. It's pretty solid. And then the glass is transparent, which is great. Now, it's a little faded. And you can see a little reflection there. But it's a little faded. So there's other things that we need to kind of tweak to make sure this looks a little bit stronger. So I'm going to stop this. And let's go to Photoshop and actually hide this. We want to have the color map shouldn't really impact our file. Why? Because if I try to, it's kind of funny. If I try to go back and try to reduce my transmission, you're going to notice that the white starts to take over. So if you were trying to create a semi-opaque glass, the color map is taking it over. So we want to make it transparent as well so we can have more control. So back in Photoshop, let's hide the white layer. Let's File, Save As, and this is going to be, I'm going to call it Color 2 just so we can compare. Okay, let's go back into the glass. Whoops, transmission's too strong. Let's bring that back. Color, click on this, and you can always just type in the number 2, but I'm just going to grab this and go back. Let's see what that looks like. So it may not look like much happened. And again, I'd like to close Arnold and open it up again. You can always use render, update full scene, by the way. You don't have to close it, but I'm kind of used to doing that. So you can see that it's working. And the nice thing about this method is that I can take this and start to decrease the weight of my transmission, but the logo remains and the glass also remains solid. So that's going to be really helpful. Well, guys, I hope that was helpful. We got to create 2 maps. one for transmission and one for color, so that you can put a logo onto your glass. So let me know if you have any questions. Of course, there's always other ways you can do this. You can try using an AI mix shader, all sorts of stuff, which maybe I will show you guys that in the next tutorial. But this is one method on how to put a logo or an image on a glass. And of course, this translates into other things like, for example, the other ones. Actually, let's take a look at that. Let's bring back everything. And of course, we can always assign these things. Assign existing material. This is my AI standard. So they're not UV mapped. So you're going to see that it's going to look crazy. But you can see that this type of thing translates into anything that's actually UV mapped. So this one has no UVs, as you can see. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please leave a comment below. Like if you found this tutorial interesting, and of course that encourages me to make more like these. If you have any recommendations or any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you again for listening. I really appreciate your support, and don't forget to follow me at academicphoenixplus.com, Instagram, and of course I have a fancy Facebook community for you to post up your art and get feedback. And if you have any questions about anything, you can always ask. It's a great community. So thank you again for listening, and I will see you next time.